impossible. This game is almost impossible on mobile, hence impossible. I would call this impossible obby. It's impossible, I think. It's very difficult completely, this obby. Are very impossible. Impossible. So today I've decided to show everyone why Farlands obby is actually indeed possible, contrary to popular belief. And as a bonus, I am also playing on mobile because someone said that the obby was very impossible on mobile. Talk to this guy first. Welcome to the Farlands obby. How difficult is this obby? The obstacle course starts off easy, but it gets harder each level you complete up until winners. Thank you, good sir. Right, so without further ado, let's just get started with this obby. The first few stages are pretty simple. They're usually what you see in obbies. This stage, however, is just a single line. That's pretty funny. I don't usually talk all that much in doing these obbies. That's because I'm usually focusing on the obby and not like commentary, but I'm trying not to make as many cuts in this video as I usually do in other videos because I kind of want this to be a full unedited, maybe a few cuts here and there, but for the most part unedited gameplay. Think of this as like visual ASMR. Like you see a guy, he's just doing an obby, and occasionally there's this sound, so that's pretty nice. Yeah, just relax, I guess, and watch as I beat an obby that so many people claim to be impossible. Okay, now we're starting to get into the red levels. Notice how the levels colors are kind of changing over time. We started out in the blue colored levels, and now we got into the greens, and then the yellows, and now we're in the reds. And I guess it's kind of like an indicator of like you're getting into the harder stages, I suppose, except it's not really that hard for me yet. It might be hard to some other people, but we all have different obby scale levels. Now we got this one little part. Also the next level, which is just wraparounds. I'm doing wraparounds on mobile. Can you believe it, guys? Wait, jump! How do I still take damage? Jump! Jump! I added this little platform here so I don't get crushed by a huge sphere right as I'm about to finish the level, because that's kind of unfair. And now we got these. These are pretty hectic, but I did them anyway. Whoa. Almost didn't make it. Alright, this is one of those levels where it looks intimidating, but it actually isn't. If you go down that slide, you just go back level, which is pretty funny. I got a few people with that, actually. They were like, dude, the checkpoint sent me back like 5 levels because you went down the slide. Just don't go down the slide. This next one that I'm on right now, though, it's a bit tricky. It's actually one of the first kind of tricky ones. But if you have correct timing, it's actually not that bad. Now we're on this level. It's just 2 platforms floating in space. Actually, all of these platforms are floating in space, but we don't talk about that. Next level, we got this. Don't stand on this for too long because it ends up falling beneath you. So yeah, just be aware of that. Now we got this kind of golden colored arch. It's not arches because there's not more than one, but all right, this level is a bit tricky for some because you really have to have a keen eye for the almost invisible parts. Alternatively, you can use your camera to just look down like this, and as you can see, I've added a black indicator for those parts, so you can just do that as well if you really wanted to. All right, what level are we on? We're at level 45. Wow, we already did most of the game by this point. You have these very fast conveyors, which it's a bit tricky, but we got through it. All right, look, the bus is here. Let's take a ride. All right, we're just slowly cruising through the beautiful landscape of tall lava pillars. Be sure not to get too close to them because that was my first death, actually. Look, I didn't say this obby was easy. I just said it was possible. It's kind of like the possible obby. We just take things very slow. Okay, not too slow because the platform is moving. And if you go too slow, you'll just fall behind and you'll fall. And that's kind of not what you want. Boom! There we go. We are on level 48. the feared myth level, I guess. What's interesting to know is that some of these platforms, like these platforms, you could stand on them for like half a second after they fully faded. Like, watch, just watch. Yeah, that's like a full second after it's faded that you're still standing on it. And you could probably use that to your advantage. Just like make a split-second decision. Like so. Ooh. Oh, yes. All right, and that was like, what, 2 deaths at this point on that level? 3 in total. I suppose that's not bad, considering we're now on level 50. What was originally the final level of the game, but now there's like 9 more levels. Oh, yeah, I have to kind of concentrate on this because this is actually a little bit difficult. At least that part of the level was difficult. Now, it's even worse if you've like already been on this part of the level, because the platforms are now moving like this, and you now have to deal with an even harder challenge than you originally had to. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, please. Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. This is awesome. All right, another intimidating level that's actually not that difficult. This one's more intimidating though, and difficult. But again, if you have proper timing and control of your camera and your character movement, you can actually get through that one pretty easily. And yes, I put this texture because you will need good luck. No, I'm just joking. You don't need luck. You just need to fall down here and just go up this almost invisible ramp. And boom, we just passed level 53. And now we just... ignore that sound. Alright, this one is a little bit tricky if you just like don't jump at the proper time, but we got through it, so it's fine. I like to call this level the snake tightrope, I guess. I mean, it's kind of like a tightrope because it's tiny. And now we are escalating the staircase of falling doom. And now we've got a speed run. Yay! Oh my gosh, it's like that crystal level, except there's no crystals. The platforms are gray. Alright, and now we passed that. Now we're onto these oval parts. This one, you just have to jump and just kind of face a bit to the right, and you should be good. And all you have to do now is jump onto this winning platform and just walk your way to the winners. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed watching me prove to people that Farlands Obby is possible, because some people thought it was impossible. Goodbye.